We are back at it again. Some more super R-type. Alright. Oh shit. I didn't set it to normal mode. Hey, what up, Kohi? You're doing well. Happy Yo Mama Day, yeah. I talked to my mama, but I didn't talk to Yo Mama. Oh, fuck! Elementary school, we had a Yo Mama Day after Mother's Day. Not officially, right? Super R-type IRL. What do you mean? What up, Willie? Oh no! Got him. Y'all think I'm ever gonna beat this game? The more I press on, the more I think, like... I need to, like... I need to, swallow my pride and use the fact that the game has continues. Hey, what up, CRT-chan? But I think, you know, I don't really, like, on a weekday or whatever, I don't want to get myself too gassed up with this game. Meaning, like, if I'm committing to like beating the game, right? Because you gotta do both loops on hard and pro, supposedly. Anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is that if it's not a Saturday, then I'm probably not gonna go for continue runs. You know what I mean? Because then I'm just locking myself into a massive fucking time commitment. But if I'm just doing my no continue attempts like I have been doing during the weekdays, then it's just practice. But if it happens, then that's even better. But I can't put myself in some kind of like multi-hour situation. Jeffel waffle. What the fuck? Holy shit, Lily. How much? What is that? 500 bits? Jesus Christ. Hey, cheers to that, Lily. You were way too kind. It's not that the game's fun. It's just like, you know, there's a limited amount of time. God damn, Lily. If I had the thing, I don't think I have the thing. If I had like the leaderboard or whatever, I specifically turned it off because I don't like that culture of like competing to give me money and shit. But you're definitely one of the top bidders of the stream now, so thank you so much. You had 500 bits randomly, so you were like, screw it, damn. And of all people, you give it to me. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's not that the game's not fun. It's just that, you know, it's a scheduling thing. It's a scheduling thing. Yeah, didn't they used to have a way to, like, get bits for, like, watching ads or something? You'd get, like, a small amount of bits for watching ads. Yeah, we gotta schedule our game wins, you know what I mean? Also, next Saturday, I think I'm gonna be doing Mansion of Hidden Souls. Finally, it must be done. Really enjoyed Battletoads at first, but eventually hit the point that it was just too much to enjoy the process. How many hours do you think you were in that game before you tapped out? Or there were bits for ads back in the day, way before your time. Way before. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how time goes by. Like, you hear some YouTubers and they're like, yeah, I haven't been doing YouTube for that long. They're like, they started in like 2016 or whatever, but then you realize like, oh shit, that was 10 years ago. Pew, 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 pew. And same thing with Twitch, right? A lot of people started Twitch during COVID, right? And now that was, what, like 5-6 years ago? My concept of time with COVID is like really bad, right? The pre-COVID world, the post-COVID world. We had a time probably like 20 or so. Not like a huge amount compared to an RPG, but some of the levels at the end just didn't know if you'd ever master them. Game too much for you to enjoy. Yeah, it's fucking hard. It's fucking hard to commit to shit like that. And everybody has their own tolerances for different genres, right? Like, but eventually, you know, you gotta hope that you start vibing with the game, whatever it might be. You gotta hope that you start vibing with the game. What the fuck is my ball doing? Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. That was some excellent ball tossing. Oh. The other annoying thing about playing like really hard games like that is when people come in and they're like, oh, I beat this game in X amount of hours. It's like, alright, well, fuck you, bro. I'm beating this game in however many hours it takes me. It's like, whatever. It's not a fucking race. Yeah, Cody, I have no patience for RPGs. Is literally addicted to Mega 10. Yeah, watching you play Silver Surfer, Silver Surfer, the hardest part of that game seemed to be the mashing. Because, like, once you figure out what kills you, like, I'm not saying it's easy, right? But it seemed like once you figured out, like, what kills you, like, where to position yourself on the screen, and you had, like, those power-ups, and you could, like, shoot up or shoot down or whatever, like, that was pretty good. Beat super hard type in 5 minutes. Man, the other crazy thing about people that say they, like, beat a game, it's like, oh yeah, I beat that game, and then it's like, they either played it on easy, or they played it on, you know, emulator with, like, save states and shit like that, and it's like, bro, it's like, it's not even fucking, it's not even a comparable experience. We are not the same. Back in the YouTube days, I was 5-year-old kid playing drums better than you could. You'll never forget the guy that was like, this is no big deal, I was better than this at 3. That might have been like a troll to just like further emphasize how good that kid is, but that's me being like omega charitable. But yeah, that is incredibly fucking rude and shitty if that was a genuine comment. Too rich, you don't think you can manage playing a game like that without turbo? You only handle Metal Slug for an hour or two. Oh, were you using turbo? I thought you were actually mashing. That is one thing that's really funny though, is like turbo is totally acceptable, you know? Like there are like Puritans that are like, oh, you can't use turbo at all. Like my brother Ted, you know, oh, turbo is cheating. But we're fucking old, you know? I can't be mashing all the fucking time. There are some games where turbo is you know, like this game has turbo baked into the cake, right? There are some games where turbo is a little much, but that's okay. It goes between the stick and the controller. Is it the Turbo Blaster? I vaguely remember us having a conversation about this a long time ago. Because I bought a Turbo Blaster, but I haven't tested it yet. Does it? Does Mega Man give you an unfair advantage with Turbo? I kind of feel like it doesn't. Because you can only have 3 lemons on the screen, right? And I feel like getting 3 lemons out on the screen is pretty easy to do. But that's like just my opinion, man. If you get close to enemies, you can shoot as many as you want. Yeah. But there's also, like, especially with the bosses, isn't there like a delay in being able to hit them? Yeah, curiosity got the best of me, and I was speaking of like difficulty in games and people being dickheads. This one guy was talking about like, okay, the question was like, which R-type is harder? Which R-type is harder? Super R-type or like the arcade version of R-type? And then obviously, according to the manual, this game has a lot of like remixed elements of R-type too, right? But anyways, this one guy was like talking about how Super R-type is really fucking easy and that he was able to get the clear in like a day. It's like, bro, my ass. My ass. Because, like, also, what does that even mean? Like, just, like, continuing repeatedly? Like, if he used continues and shit like that, then sure, I could see it. Especially if it's not like you got the hard and pro, you know, two-all. But anyways. They hate the mindset that the age you did something at matters for the quality of the thing you made. Someone playing drums well at 3 years old is impressive, but using it as something to trash on people that do the same thing when they're older, or people who learn skills more recent, is just question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. There's definitely problems with like self-esteem and shit like that, you know, like the difference between like a growth mindset and a stagnant mindset. I mean, that's something that I have struggled with throughout my life, where it's like, I feel like this happens to a lot of people that are like good at school when they're young, and then they alright, chill. 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 Oh. Anyways, it's like when you're good at school and then everybody tells you you're like really fucking smart, but then you get to something that's like really hard, like Super R-type, and then you know, you gotta combat with that. You know, you gotta combat with the fact that you're no good. You know, you're no good. People like to treat life as a competition, and it's so cringe. Yeah, we're just vibing. But anyway, so I think that's my plan with this game, is that if I don't have the time, which is basically any day besides Saturday, if I don't have the time to be like able to just be locked in and be like, all right, like, you know, we're continuing, we're like infinite continuing, we're just like, we're going for it. Right? If I don't have the time to have a gaming session like that where I can like be totally content with just like play, you know? Because I don't want to leave. I guess Fridays could also work because I can leave the console on, but I don't want to leave the console on like during the weekday. So any other day, like today, for example, when I play, we're gonna be going for these, you know, no death runs and see how far we get. Just basically like keep improving our early levels. Although I was getting fucked up. I was getting fucked up the other day. That shit was funny as hell. But anyways. And also, shit, I just realized, like, I don't want to play Mansion of Hidden Souls until a Saturday either. And the reason for that is I assume that that might be a pretty long game. Oh, fuck. Like, to really, like... This fucking guy. That's what happens to CRT-chan. Can do most things with relative proficiency without trying, but once something takes work, you lose interest. Yeah. It's tough. I wonder how that's gonna affect, like, learning. You can even you can even call it that with AI, right? Because I think I was mentioning this on Roldy's stream yesterday. There's something that I wanted to do for the stream, but it was gonna take a while. Not really for the stream, but more so like how I manage box arts, right? Because I've sort of just been manually doing it. Like I just go download the thing, and then I manually put it in a folder, right? But I was like, fuck this. I want to automate some of this, right? But I would not say that I'm particularly proficient with writing bash scripts. Like, I have written bash scripts in the past. Funnily, I'm probably better at PowerShell just because of work than I am at bash. In fact, I'm definitely better at PowerShell, even though I think PowerShell is kind of cringe. PowerShell is like cringe but cool. Anyways, the point is that I asked AI, like, here's my problem, like, write a bash script to do this, and holy fuck, this thing wrote the most useless bash script of all fucking time, and it was hella long. And I was like, there's no way this shit is right. Like, it was insanely bad. It was insanely bad. Like, sometimes I've asked it questions about, like, PowerShell and shit like that, just because PowerShell names everything really, like, the syntax of PowerShell is very silly, in my opinion. So I forget shit sometimes. But anyways, it was pretty funny because I was like, okay, I fucking give up on that. So anyways, I wrote the thing myself, and I didn't use anything from the AI. It was literally fucking worthless. But that's like the scary thing though, right? Like, we're talking about, you know, the learning aspect. Really anything, right? So, like, the learning aspect, when you don't know that what the AI is telling you is, like, a hallucination or just, like, outright fucking wrong, you know? Like, I know enough to know that what it spat out was fucking dog shit. People would just give up and trust the AI vibe coding? Yeah, for real. It sucks. You really gotta train your brain that you're not gonna be really good at something or efficient when you start something new. Yeah, you just gotta do it, because that's through experience is the only way that you're gonna know what works and what doesn't work. And just because something doesn't work for somebody else doesn't mean that it won't work for you. Gotta change your mindset to a learning one. Gotta always be openly curious. Just something that schools are really good at not teaching you. Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you one thing I'll never be curious about, though. I'll never be curious about Vim. Fuck Vim. I love to revive the editor war in my mind and pretend like I'm a god warrior for Saint Ignucius. It can be useful sometimes, but you have to keep it constrained to a particular task. Check it afterwards. Yeah, I'm not saying it's worthless. Whether we like it or not, like, you know, you can be a Luddite about it if you want, but like, it's not gonna go away. AI is not gonna go away. But also, I'm fucking annoyed that everything is on a fucking subscription model, you know? Like, I don't want that. Why did it take your bits away after hearing me say that? Nah, Vim's cool. I just don't use it. Vim is for people who are allergic to mice. I mean, you shouldn't touch the mouse. The mouse is for vibe coders. No, I'm just kidding. I think that the other aspect of Vim, which is why I would never like attempt to switch to it, is, and obviously you can change the key bindings, right? But because I type in Dvorak, the default bindings for Vim would not work for me, right? Because I type in Dvorak. So most of the default bindings for Emacs, you know, it really doesn't matter what your it doesn't really matter what your keyboard layout is. I was so close to getting booty blasted right there, but it's okay. In fact, in a lot of ways, I feel like the key bindings on Emacs are better in Dvorak, but to be fair, that's, like, I switched to Dvorak the same time that I switched to Emacs, basically. So I really have never used Emacs outside of Dvorak layout. Hate all the corporate AI art. Local bank has an AI mascot now. That's really funny. Don't understand why they couldn't pay someone to draw something better. Well, they probably couldn't. Because the AI mascot is so good, right? You don't actually use Vim often nowadays, TBH. You gotta switch to NeoVim, right? I mean, that's the new hotness. You know what's really funny is me and my guy at work, he uses NeoVim and I use Emacs. And neither one of us uses VS Code. I think that's hilarious. Like, I can use VS Code, obviously, like anybody can. Dude, I almost fucking died. Also, my fucking ball didn't get stuck where I want it to be. Is it hard to find a keyboard these days? For what? I don't have the letters on the keyboard. I don't look at the keyboard. I don't need to buy a keyboard that has the Dvorak layout. I just type in the Dvorak layout. So yeah, you have to use VS Code. You have to. Outside of school, since you mainly code for game development, you just use stuff in an engine. Do they? That would be fucking funny if they actually force you to use. Like, well, how would they know that you're using VS Code or not? Do you imagine state-mandated VS Code? You just said any keyboard to Dvorak. It's you do it in the operating system. You just change the keyboard input. But I mean, if you're switching to Dvorak, you should be a touch typist. Like, there is no point. Like, if you're looking at the keyboard when you're typing, then no offense, that's like really bad, and you should not switch to a different layout other than QWERTY. But that's just my opinion. You gotta learn the layout, though? You learn the layout by touch typing. You just go on, you know... There's like any keyboard, like, tutorial thing. You just do that. And you just, like, print out, like, a picture of the layout, or just have a picture of the layout on your screen, and you just do that. You just A, E, you know, F, whatever. Mavis Bacon is a fraud. She's not even real. They're using a program that grades your coding in an environment, and it has to be VS Code so that the system can grade it. Wow. I'm glad that I didn't have to do that in college. Although, to be fair, I did not switch to Emacs and Dvorak until I was in grad school. Chicken packing enjoyers rise up. Alright, y'all think I'm gonna do it this time? Alright, I got my 2 pits. But yeah, the funny thing is, anytime where I'm forced to use QWERTY, like, I'm still not that bad at it, but I'm obviously a lot shittier at typing in QWERTY than I was 15 years ago. But yeah, would I recommend switching to Dvorak? No. Do I love that I type in Dvorak? Yes. The other really funny thing about Dvorak is like nobody can fuck with your computer because the one time that they go to like, ooh, let me like look up a YouTube video on your computer, and I'm like, ah, hold on. Well, you'll figure it out. And then they start typing, what the hell's wrong with your computer? Shockingly clunky because it's not an AI grading your code, but it's like a preset mechanism that grades it after it's been typed. So it has to be exact, like the syntax has to be perfect, the syntax logic, way you're naming things, gotta be hyper specific. What the fuck? That sucks. That's really weird. You know what would be really funny, Lily? This probably is part of the grading. Like, what if you use what if you use hold up. Oh, fucking fuck. Anyways, what if you use spaces instead of tabs, but then the thing grading you uses tabs instead of spaces? That would be so funny. I'm a spaces instead of tabs guy. In fact, in my Emacs config, I make tabs look like I change the face color for tabs, so I change them to look lavender, which there's nothing else in my color theme. I use Zenburn as my theme. There's nothing else in my theme that's lavender. So when I see a tab, it's like super obvious. It's not that serious, don't worry. Alright. Y'all think I can do it this time? Y'all think I can do it this time? Y'all think I can keep the big schmissel? The one time that I'm gonna be able to keep this fucking big-ass schmissel for the whole fucking thing, I'm gonna pog out of my mind. I got this? Yeah, we'll see. Take out pseudocode and flowcharts are treated as serious in college programming classes, by the way. I think it's valuable if you're learning. Right? Like, you gotta learn... Oh, fuck! Give me my back! Oh! Sometimes I just don't have good control over my balls. Oh my fucking fuck! What up, Batista? What up, Arfu? That was ballsy as shit. What I just did. Dude, fudge. Oh, fudge, dude. I almost fudged my... Oh, my fuck. Oh, my God. We did it. We fucking did it. Alright, I'm on 3 speed. Oh, come on. That was so bad. I never know when he's gonna fucking shoot his little shotgun blast. So I get fucked. Whatever. My heart was racing. Wait, bae. Hey, what up, your mom? It's your mom's day. 3-speed singer, the awesome theme song to the forgettable Jim Carrey 80s movie Once Bitten. Never even heard of that. Is that a vampire flick? The way the college book describes it is like every professional programmer uses pseudocode or flowcharts. You can't code without them, and you're just like, nah, you're just making stuff up. Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I've ever written. I've never made a flowchart for my current job. That's for sure. I might have like, well, I definitely like think about stuff of like, you know. Where is it gonna, well, that's not true. I guess there's some non-code things that I've done flowcharts for. But a flowchart for like the actual logic, like, no, I'll just write the logic. But yeah, wasn't that tragic, you guys? I didn't even get an opportunity to blast him to see if it would even kill him faster. Write the logic in a silly language. Just write it in Emacs Lisp. Lisp is not real. A lot of people do not like Lisp for some reason. Too many parens. Honestly, don't know anything about this, so you can't say. The syntax of it is way different than anything else. But I like it. I'm certainly no expert at it. Actually, I did do one of those, like, online, like, community courses or whatever, specifically about Lisp once. And one of the guys that was, like, grading the course or whatever, his feedback was so fucking funny. He was like, what you wrote is okay, but why didn't you use, you know, this function or whatever? And I was like, because I didn't know it existed. Which is kind of funny. Like, the way that his feedback read was like, it was as if he just assumed that I knew, you know, this one function that I did not know existed. So I was like, oh, cool. I will use that instead, now that I know it exists. So I feel like we're doing a lot better than yesterday, which is good. I'm getting my groove back. Imagine 1CCing R-Type in the arcade. Yeah, Yandere's sim. Is that guy still working on that? But yeah, that's a really funny thing about game design, right? Is that you don't even have to be... You don't even have to be good at programming. You know? Just make the game. You got outed as a predator? Is that true? It's not particularly surprising if true. You know what is really crazy is, what was his name? Rue? Clan of the Grey Wolf? Did everybody hear about that guy? I think I brought it up when I found out about it a few months ago. What's funny is that he's like known, he's not known for his YouTube channel. He's more known by normies for, playing Jeopardy. Yeah, you know about Rue. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Yeah, for those who don't know, I forgot who he was spying on. Was he spying on his wife or a business partner? Regardless, he was like, you know, set up, or no, it was for a customer, wasn't it? Like he set up a security camera for a customer of his or something. Was spying on them. Court case is still ongoing. That shit was crazy. Alright, can I get my ball fucking trapped? Oh, shoot. It's over. Yeah, that soundtrack is very cool. Oh, can I get it? Oh, let's go. Not gonna lie, I've been feeling, what's the word? I don't even know what the word would be to describe the feeling that I'm feeling. Dread? No, it's not dread. I just think, you know, we go through our arcs, right? Like, we went through the Populous arc. And I feel like the Super R-Type arc is going to be pretty significant. But who knows? I mean, the way that I've been playing versus the way that I'm going to allow myself to play. You know, I'll be playing in a much more... what's the word? Forgiving? Much more forgiving way. By utilizing the infinite continues on days that I can really commit to just spamming continues over and over and over again. This strategy that I'm doing right here is to guarantee that we get the pit, because otherwise it can get really dicey whether or not you're actually going to get that second pit. And that second pit is fucking crucial. Absolutely crucial. Every time that shoots off, I think about Mario 3. Oh my god. It's funny too, these shmups. Like, the first time I got to this boss, I was like, this shit is impossible. And now I feel very confident in it. I don't even feel the need to really, like, panic pause. At least not as often as I did initially. You know, I don't like that I do it, but, you know, panic pausing, it is a thing. Sometimes you panic pause. Oh my fuck. Okay, we're good, we're good. The fact that it's so fucking easy to wallbang yourself is rough. Oh, fuck! Come on. The fact that I left those guys up there is not good. Oh my god. Okay, okay. We're good. Nothing is fucked here. That was scary as fuck. Nice. I think I'm forced to take that speed. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no! Oh, fudge! I went through a whole level just to fucking touch this stupid fucking thing. So, I had beaten this boss before this way. I was so worried about touching the other speed that I wasn't even really considering this shit. Oh my god! Okay, so that is the strat, but that is the most like crazy roller coaster ride, because as you're charging, the game is like shifting its speed like constantly. like you're just constantly having to react to like everything. The good thing is that the little missiles that it shoots out, I was picking up on it in that run. The little missiles that it shoots out, they if they hit your ball, they explode. So that's not really a problem. You have to worry about the drills, and then the green 5-round burst thingy. So ooh, all right. So we got both of our pits. And we do want to stick with this gun, I think. Although I might switch if I see the DNA helix thing. Yeah, this music is sick. Very electro funk. Having the pits is insane there, actually. I think I don't even need to worry about, like, blowing them up, just because the pits do it for me. Like, if they fall on top of my head, the pit will just blow it up. Another pit? Ain't no way they're gonna give me that pit for free. Ain't no way. Fudge, dude. That was crazy. So that's nice that they give you a pit there, so you at least have a top pit, so you can muscle your way through. Uh-huh. See, this level really isn't too bad, in my opinion. But that boss, I've only fought that boss once, so I really don't have a good grasp. God, the pits are so crucial. So nice. Oh, fuck. Alright. We made it, we made it, we made it. We made it. What the fuck? I don't even know what hit me. Oh, man. Oh, that sucked. I think he might have shot out some of those blue blasts. Oh. Oh, fudge. If I could figure out a way to easily quick kill this boss, that would be great. That's what I was trying to do, getting that damage in. Oh. Ugh, that's so cringe. It's kind of funny, like, the game is simultaneously very fair in terms of giving you infinite continues, but it's obviously very cruel in forcing you to, you know, redo the whole level. God damn, that shit's crazy. But that's just the nature of the beast. It's just the nature of the beast, right? Is that oh, fuck. That's just the nature of the beast, is that when you're powered up, game easy. When you're not powered up, game hard. But I feel a lot more confident on that stage 5 boss. It's still incredibly, I'll say exhilarating. It's still incredibly exhilarating. But at least I don't have to do it as long. Like, the charge shots come in clutch. That's a complete game changer to use. See, that shit is tricky. That's really tricky, to kind of thread that needle in between the two falling ones and then just go for it. Fuck, I need this. Oh. There we go. Shit, I just realized. So I'm gonna get this power up, right? But like, this fucking thing's not good. I don't like this thing. And these guys are just building up behind me. Alright, I gotta remember when that blue guy comes by. Yeah, this power-up fucking sucks, in my opinion. It's okay for this area, but not really. Oh, shit. Yeah, you don't even have to kill this guy, so it's like don't even bother getting too amped up about it. Oh! Yeah, I didn't really notice. I didn't notice that he can shoot orange shit at you. I'm just gonna worry about getting maximum fucking shots off if I can. Oh, dang it! Oh, I went for it, I went for it. I'm feeling a lot more confident against that boss. Especially if I'm going in there with double pits. But yeah, is that the fucking trick? The trick is always just use your charge shots. Metal Gear Solid 3's Jeff Eater plays. I am a big fan of MGS3. Oh fuck, I almost died there. Oh, fuck. Okay. Ball stuck. Ball stuck. It's crazy how fast the game goes at certain times. Damn. So I think we've seen it. It might not have come across, especially if you're not watching at 60 FPS, but that line, that laser line was not there anymore. That laser line was not there anymore. But I still got hit. There's been other times where I've been able to just go right through the... Alright. I'm not using continues. I'm not using continues. But there's been other times where we've gone right through. Where we've gone right through the circular parts that come off the laser. So I think that the way that guy shoots his laser is that it is still active for a few frames after it's no longer visible, which is quite a devilish trick. Oh, fuck. It's very unfortunate when that happens. I love that. I love that. What up, Jin? Jin, you remember that stage 5 boss? That's all crazy mode. I was trying very hard to bring the big schmissel into that boss fight, and I did effectively one time and then immediately died. And then the second time, I got to the very end of the level, and then I accidentally touched the blue laser power-up. So I was like, fuck, I just went through the whole level again with the schmissel from level 4. And then I don't even get to use it, right? Pretty funny. But anyways, using charge shots against that guy is way better than trying to just, you know, bank your laser shots in there. The laser is weak as shit. But if you're using charge shots, then, you know, you can get them. But here's the deal, is that as you're charging your charge shot, the game is constantly changing the speed, because the fucking Super Nintendo can't handle that shit. So it's like the ultimate, like, fucking G-force roller coaster ride. Which is pretty funny. Beautiful strategy was born. Yeah, you just charge shot. That's all you gotta do, just charge shot. Oh, speaking of a beautiful strategy, so I've been playing Guild Wars, right? And I specifically made a fresh account just so I'm not tempted with, like, previous skill unlocks to, like, make really OP heroes right off the bat. And like, you know, buy all the best shit and blah, 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 blah. Nah, what? Jeff playing Guild Wars? But anyways, so, you know, most of my, like, heroes fucking suck, right? They're, you know, they're not the worst thing in the world, but they're not... I'm not using meta builds at the moment. I'm using, like, you know, some good skills, but mostly bad, obviously, because I don't have anything unlocked on the account. But what's funny is I was like, you know what would be cool and, like, sort of useful in a very bad way, is to just have all my heroes have pets. So I'm running around in Guild Wars right now, and the pet that's in the tutorial zone for what up, Mexi? The pet that's in the tutorial zone for Nightfall, which is like this African themed campaign. The pet that is in the tutorial zone is a fucking flamingo. So I got 7 flamingos running around chasing after these demons and pecking them to death. The flamingo army. That's exactly what it is. It's too bad though. I should have because I'm working on a Paragon. I should have done Paragon / Rangers so I could have a flamingo too, so I could have 8 flamingos, but oh fuck, man. Like, I saw that was gonna happen, and then I was like, should I pull back? And I was like, no, I shouldn't pull back because those other guys might crash into me, so I'll pull forward, but by that point, it was too late. I was playing Ultima Online days ago. Really? Is Ultima Online cool? Carrying a rabbit and it was fighting against multiple demons at once and won. Then it died from a jaguar. It's natural predator. Like, how does Ultima Online function? Like, does it feel... Is it really like the Ultima experience, but as an MMO? I can't really like picture that in my head. But to be fair, I've only, you know, I've only beaten Ultima 1 through 3. Can you be a bobbit in Ultima Online? That'd be funny. Or a furry. Do they still call them furries in Ultima Online? Bobbits were retcons. Stop being a thing after Ultima 3, sadly. Damn. No representation. Oh fuck, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up again. It's so over, you guys. You can play as a gargoyle? That's crazy. Yeah, I still want to play some other MMOs. The problem is just like the timing. The time factor, you know? Although a lot of them, you know, you are able to see the content in a couple of 100 hours, which makes it equivalent to like a handful of JRPGs. Like, I really owe it to myself to play FF11 someday. Someday. But it's like, you know, that and EverQuest and WoW and Ultima Online. Like, it would be cool to play all of those, but... FF11, press H to heal. You're supposed to play that game with a fucking controller, aren't you? That's how I always see people playing it. Big fan. I know you can do it with a mouse and keyboard, but it's not really, like, designed for it. Yeah, Black Mage was rough without knowing that. You had to beg white mages to heal you. Yeah, I mean, if I played, I would definitely read the wiki thing. You know, I never noticed that you can blow up those bulbs, or whatever they are. Yeah, Kohi, you're like the #1 mage. You always gravitate towards the mages. That reminds me of another game that I need to play at some point, Oblivion. Cause I never played Oblivion. I barely played Morrowind. You can believe that. There's like a lot of games that I want to play, but I would not play them on stream. Although, I don't know, it's a possibility. I could play Oblivion on PS3. That would be pretty fun. I wonder how fucked up it is. I can't remember, is it Oblivion or is it Fallout 3 that's like really fucked up on PS3? Like eventually your save file gets corrupted and you can't beat the game or something if you play for too long. Oh. Also, in other funny news, I've been watching Linus Tech Tips videos of like Android users switch to iPhone or iPhone users switch to Android. And it's really funny to me as someone who like doesn't give a fuck about their phone very much. Like, I use a Pixel 8, but you know, what's my reasoning for even using a Pixel 8? I use it because you can only install Graphene OS on Pixel phones, so... But I realized I am not a power user with a smartphone. Like, I don't do hardly anything with them. Fuck. Way Ultimate Online is played. You can't go into expecting the average MMO. It's very sandbox. There's no main quest. It's more about training your character and existing in the world and selling items. Just kind of being your character in this world. Yeah, see, that's what's, like, interesting about a game like that, right? Is that no one knew what an MMO was. So those early MMOs got to be, like, very experimental because there was no standard. Are there dungeons, though? I mean, there's got to be dungeons, right? Way leveling up works is based on actions, so the more you use ninja abilities, your ninjutsu levels up. Is there really ninjas in Ultimate Online? That would be fucking sick. If you want a sword fight, your swordsmanship levels goes up. Ah, I see. So the Final Fantasy II style? Final Fantasy II fans stay winning. Koi's dad is funny. Played Pragmata. Told him to make him a grandkid. Yeah, it's gonna be really funny. It's gonna be really funny, like... You know, however many years from now, 20, 30 years from now, the number of people that are named Diana. There are ninjas in Ultimate Online, and so are the samurai. It's part of the expansion that happened in the mid-2000s. Neat. Ninja. There are dungeons you can enter, of course. You know what just popped in my head thinking of, like, non-standard MMOs? Isn't The Sims Online an MMO? So because it's an old MMO, you know dang well what you're about to say. I actually don't, but maybe I will as soon as you type it. There's a split in the community and there are 2 Ultima Onlines. Well, I mean, that's not surprising at all. It's not still officially supported, right? I mean, only 2 Ultima Onlines, like... those are rookie numbers. It's still officially supported. That's cool. See, I'm getting real good at fucking killing that guy. Alright, I gotta take a Wicked Whiz. I think I'm still gonna go for bringing the Schmissel into the boss fight. I think I'm still gonna go for it. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew the game was like very PvP heavy and that Lord British got killed. Which is hilarious. But that's funny, I didn't realize they split it into PvE and PvP. UO Outlands, free private server that updates, adds a whole new map. It's much more faithful to Ultima Online's original vision. It's kind of like the old school RuneScape versus RuneScape post EOC stuff, pretty much. Or WoW Classic versus WoW, yeah. Kohi, what the fuck? Phrasing? Are we allowed to say that in current year? Kohi problematic. Apparently. This is so fucked up. Bro, that response is like even worse. What the fuck? Woo. You know what kind of person Kohi was in the early WoW days. You know, as much as we all like to shit on Gen Z, that was a crazy ass dodge. Something that Gen Z will never get, you know, and every gen after Gen Z. Something that they will never get. Oh my fuck. This is so bad, dude. I'm on fucking 4 speed. Anyway, something that they will never get is the ability to, like, reinvent yourself or, like, throw the cringe behind. Throw the cringe of being a teenager behind. Right? Because everything's on the fucking internet. So I do feel bad for, Holy shit. Why the fuck won't he die? Ugh, okay. But yeah, so I do feel bad for kids growing up these days, because, you know, you're like, you don't get a pass for being like a dumb teenager. And I'm not saying that, you know, making certain jokes or whatever is, like, acceptable, but it's just, when you're a dumb kid, you're gonna do dumb shit. and you don't get that same benefit of, like, erasing the past of being a stupid teenager. Now, am I gonna be able to carry this fucking thing all the way into the boss fight? I doubt it. But that would be cool if I could. This is so crazy. Four speed is outrageous. I mean, the fact that you even have to get 3 speed to be here is already fucked up. Stop fucking shooting, you fuck! Come on. That thing was like just gunning me down the whole fucking time. And locking me in place. So by the time I even tried to go for it, it's too much. It's too much. So we got very unlucky there. Alon says a larger player base, mostly because main UO still requires a subscription to do a lot of stuff. There's gotta be some old heads that like never stopped playing, you know? Alright, once we get to this point, it's pretty much a done deal. Like, I am gonna be able to fight the boss. What the f- I'm confused about that. I actually don't know what I died to there. I'm curious if I actually wallbanged. Off and on for over 30 years. Yeah, but imagine, like, that one guy that has perfect attendance. Oh my god. The fact that this fucking thing doesn't shoot when it only has level 1 is unfortunate. Oh, fuck. Alright, I wonder if I stay up high, I wonder if that means that the guy, when he spawns in, will be shooting high, which means that I will have a better chance to dodge down. What the fuck? What am I doing wrong here? I'm trying to evaluate that to, like... You know what it might be? It might be, is he chasing me as fast as I'm going down? And so if I actually just slow my roll and just step it down, then it'll give me more time. It's not your place to judge, but playing UO every day for 30 years is wild. That's what I mean, though. Like, that'd be very interesting. The ultimate Ultima fan. Yeah, it did not seem to improve my chances by being high. being high up. But I've totally done it before, and it shouldn't actually even matter. The power-up shouldn't even... Oh! Power-up shouldn't even matter. Oh my god, that's fucking not good. Oh! They were there for the Lord British assassination, yeah. Are you a real MMO if you don't have the community branching off into different sects, claiming different eras was the game's golden age, and that the current game sucks? See, what's funny about that with Guild Wars is that like can't exist, basically, because there's never been a private server for Guild Wars 1. And, like, the way Guild Wars functions, you know, it's just balance updates to the skills and shit like that. But Guild Wars functions much more like a, you know, like a single-player game. So it's like we've never really had that kind of experience, because if you're nostalgic for the game, like, it's the same game, they just, you know, there's like, you know, balance patches, like I was saying. So it's like, if you don't like the new content, just don't play the new content, but all the old shit is still there. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, you could argue that, like, certain aspects of the game are, like, unhealthy, I guess. Like, heroes used to be, when heroes got introduced in Nightfall, it was limited to only 3. So I think, like, you could have 6 heroes in a party, but it would have to be like you plus your 3 heroes and then somebody else and their 3 heroes, I think. And there was a lot of controversy with heroes because it was like, this is just making it so that you don't need to team up with real people, but you totally can if you want. But like, heroes kind of save the game because it means that you don't have to take shitty ass henchmen. You can actually like build out your team the way you want. Heroes are basically just NPCs, but you control their equipment and their builds, and you have some control over like where they go and stuff like that. Like you can put a flag on the ground, they'll run to the flag, or you can change their their AI to be aggressive or defensive or passive. Yeah, massive game-changing updates. So I would say that there have been like game-changing updates, but they're never like, Guild Wars is such a solitary thing, or it can be such a solitary thing. So it's like, if you don't like using heroes, then just don't use heroes. You know what I mean? It doesn't affect anybody else. But all the content is like instanced pretty much. Well, not even pretty much. I mean, it really is. So how someone else plays their game has no impact on how you play your game. So I'm gonna have to try to slow my roll. I don't... Shit. Okay. I don't really know what I did there, except for I was kind of slowing my roll. Big damage. Alright. What the f- Did you hear that crazy ass noise? How the fudge is he not dead? Honestly, that noise, this is an IRM game, but what's funny is that noise when he shoots the trash out, that noise is reminding me of Rocky Road. And Yatta! Oh my fucking god. I don't need that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Crab dick monsters. They're going crazy. The crab dick monsters. I'm freaking out. What the fuck? It's just nothing but crab dick monsters. Holy shit, dude. Fucking crab... Fucking actual dick monster. Almost went right up my ass. How many... Oh! This is fucked up, yo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't let something run up my ass. Okay, okay, final boss, maybe. Oh shit. The fuck? Is that good or bad? Oh shit, it's shooting. Okay. Okay, hold up. I gotta process what the fuck's even happening. But anyways. It wouldn't randomly get killed and level up in peace, which removing a core aspect of the game that older players liked. Drastically changed how the game was played. Yeah, you couldn't be rude, right? Couldn't be rude. Oh god. My heart is pumping. My hands are shaking. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude. The other fucking R-type that's just fucking chilling. Like, can that thing fucking hit me or is it helping me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think it might be friendly. Because I feel like it should have already hit me. Okay, I can phase through it, so... Oh my god, this is fucked up, yo. Do I just focus on dodging or do I actually, like, get the fucking deeps in? And I can definitely hit the baby in the back. Everything's always got to be an alien abortion at the end of these fucking games, eh? See, I don't want to charge because when I charge, it's going to be very unpredictable, the speed of the game. It's going to be very unpredictable, the speed of the game, so I feel like I can't charge. Oh shit, one of the babies is dead. The baby. Alright, so now I gotta get my fucking lasers to shoot the baby. Oh, that's difficult. Oh! Wow. Well, I don't think you get credits unless you beat it on pro mode, so no, we didn't do it, technically. That's pretty funny, though, that that's my first attempt on that level, and we beat it. Look at the... is this cinematic or what? It's actually really funny that, like, you see how it, like, speeds up and then it slows down a little bit? Is this by design? Is this cinematic? Or could this SNES just not handle it? There's my buddies! We did it, orange buddies. Let's go, buddies. The battle is over. The Baidu Empire, which was attempting to expand its territory over this wide galaxy, collapsed here. Many planets were invaded by the evil empire and turned into Death Stars, but are now recovering to their original shapes. Thus, the universe is restoring peace. Thank you for saving us. Wait, this counts as an ending, in my opinion. I beat it on normal. And everyone clapped. Next level start. I don't know. Okay. What do you all think? What do you all think? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. New poll. Does Jeff have to beat Super R-Type on Pro mode? Question mark. Yes, no. Allow additional votes. Duration. Let's just do 5 minutes. Or credits. Whatever. You get the idea. You don't get credits unless you beat it on pro mode, is my understanding. It should be up now. So it should have, yeah, so it... Why was it making that noise? No credit. Yeah, we didn't get credits. That's the thing. You don't get credits. You don't get credits unless you 2-all the game, basically. But I guess you don't have to... I'm just gonna die. You don't have to... It's my understanding that there is no cheat code for unlocking pro mode. So you have to beat it on hard mode, and then you have to beat it again on pro mode. But... you have infinite continues, right? There's no, like, difference on that. Let's see, there's Novice, Easy, Normal, which we just beat it on Normal, Hard Mode, and then when you beat it on Hard Mode, it unlocks Pro Mode, and then if you beat it on Pro Mode, you get the credits. That last boss really wasn't that big of a deal. Wow, a lot of people are saying no, I don't have to beat it on pro mode. Okay. Y'all just really want to see more baseball. I get it. So this is hard mode. Let's see how much different hard mode is. I assume that there's going to be more bullets, and I assume that they're going to be faster. Pro mode definitely doesn't seem necessary. Harpoo did it. Oh, wow. These things, wow. These things take... I think they used to take one hit. Now they're taking 2 hits. Wow. Incredible. That's crazy, though. You know when you're playing a game and you just, like... I don't know. I'm not gonna say, like, all hope is lost, but I definitely didn't think that I was gonna beat the game on normal tonight. Whoops. I just scratched my back, and I was like, on normal mode, you could have totally scratched your back and not paid attention to the game right there. I was just prepping for the next situation. And then I got booty blasted for it. But yeah, even if y'all vote no, I'm gonna still include it as a SNES Quest extra. Because I don't think there's any additional content. I think like that's just how you get credits to roll. Yeah, it probably has some funny ass message like technical monkey or whatever. Like with Gradius. But yeah, you know when you're playing a game and everything just starts coming together? Oh yeah, I guess technically I 1cc'd the game, huh? On normal? Alright, so the poll is in. 5-1. Does Jeff have to beat Super R-Type on Pro mode? And y'all said no. So it sounds like y'all just really want to see Super Baseball Simulator 1000. I'm pretty sure that's the next game. Technically. Let me see. Let me see what's my on hold, right? SD the Great Battle, that's going to be on hold forever. Ultraman, that's going to be on hold forever. So honest to God, Super Baseball Simulator 1000. Super Baseball Simulator 1000. Legend of the Mystical Ninja is coming up. Why are there so many baseball games so early in the SNES's life? Lily, it's so bad. So, Super Baseball Simulator 1000, right? Then there's Extra Innings, right? That's game 25. Let's see, when's the next one? There's other sports games, but not baseball. There's got to be another one somewhere in here. Ganbare. Yeah, Ganbare Goemon. Love that game. I'm looking forward to playing it. Cyber Stadium Series Base Wars win. You'd have to use a viewer pick redeem for that. I don't think that it exists on... Look at all the fucking shot. Oh! Oh my god. That's fucked up, yo. Alright, we got it. I wonder if the bosses have more HP. I was not paying attention. Is he moving in a different way? I don't think he's moving in a different way. I think I'm just getting trolled. What the fuck? He reversed? Now you're just playing with my emotions. I've never let this guy live for so long. This guy's going crazy mode. Holy shit. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, you can't skip the queue. There's no queue skipping here. Man, my life just got turned upside down by beating the game on normal. Oh my god. That's crazy. So these guys like actually shoot a lot now. Jesus. Jack Bros? What's wrong with Jack Bros? I know that's a Virtual Boy game. I've heard good things about Jack Bros. Man, this shit's great. The extra HP that everything seems to have in hard mode is crazy. The extra HP that everything seems to have might be more problematic than the bullet count. Oh! Alright, well, Anyways, I accomplished the goal of at least beating it on normal. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark this similar to what I did with Gradius. I'm gonna mark this as a SNES Quest Extra. I still need to come up with like a way of doing that. You know, like what determines when I do a SNES Quest Extra? Because at the moment it's just like when I feel like it. Jack Bros is just too good. He wouldn't get it. It's for intellectual high IQ people. Damn, it's not for Guild Wars players, huh? But anywho, thank you so much, everybody who dropped by. Big ups to Lily for the 500 bits. Outrageous. Thank you so much again. And I did a poll, so you all said that I'm done with this, at least for now. At least for now. You all just really want to watch some baseball. So I guess the future is still gonna be viewer picks. And I don't know, I've been not wanting to do Mansions of Hidden Souls until like a Saturday, so I have like a lot of time to like really sink my teeth into that game. But I can't just put it off forever, so... You know, we might start that up earlier in the week. You know what, let's raid Harpu. The real deal. He's playing some Genshin Impact. But he's the real deal. He's beating this game on pro mode. So I'll go ahead and start that raid. But anyways, Lily, Kohi, Jin, anybody lurking, appreciate you all. Hope you have a fantastic Monday, if there is such a thing. Peace out. And let's check in on Batista Harpu.